Hi folks, Rodney Pearson here, making another video about The Sopranos, created by David Chase. Chase created a series focusing on an immoral guy from New Jersey who's a perpetual liar and just can't be trusted by anyone, and it has absolutely zero moral fiber. No morals whatsoever. That character, Tony Soprano, was played perfectly by James Gandolfini. And as you see, I'm giving you a picture of James Gandolfini, not Tony Soprano, because James Gandolfini would have wanted it this way. This guy, David Chase, is as dark as his picture. I mean, a dark heart, believe me. If you're watching this video, you already know I'm the person who solved the Tony Soprano mystery with this video right here. And if you haven't watched it, please do. Now here's the Talking Sopranos crew. They're going to talk about my video. Kinda, sorta. Here, take a listen.
You know that I don't know, have you heard this conspiracy on the internet? Renan, AJ's girlfriend, was a plant by Phil's gang. So when she was at home at the Soprano house when they were sitting on the couch eating potato chips or whatever, and Carmela says, "We're going to Holston's tonight." She knew about it. Have you heard that?
No, I
You
haven't.
haven't heard that?
No.
It's a big one.
Really?
That she was involved in. Yeah.
Well, why would she do that? I mean, what's her connection to Phil's people?
Listen, I don't know. I didn't make it up. It's out there, pretty heavy, you know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Did you go to Holstein's as a kid? I mean,
And then Imperioli, he just changes the subject. They're actors. So, and this guy, the biggest liar of them all, he's the most selfish person on the planet Earth. He doesn't realize that my video has increased viewership of The Sopranos. People go back to watch the series over and over and over again because of my video, because they want to see what I saw, because they missed so many clues. David Chase, the perpetual liar, actually told the truth when he said, anybody who wants to watch it, it's all there, says Chase. And he said that on June 12th, 2007. Okay? In a New Jersey newspaper. Now that's 2 days after the conclusion of the series. The last episode, Made in America, was on June 10th, 2007. He was truthful there. And many of us, millions as a matter of fact, have watched the series over and over and over again to try to decipher those facts. And thankfully, I was successful. And I was the one who figured it out. You can't fool the people. I know you want to be P.T. Barnum, but there isn't a sucker born every minute. I know that's what you believe, but it's not true. We're not suckers, man. And you're not manipulating the people. I have thousands of people out there who support me because the clues are valid. And they were put there by you. Let's take a look at a few of them. Now, Tony was slipping, and Carmela, she could see it. And let's take a look at just this scene right here in the Made in America episode. Shows just how bad Tony was just out of it and just let so many things get past him that a real mob boss who was hiding out would never let get past him. Remember, this guy is hiding out right now. This isn't the Soprano house. Okay?
You're being careful? This kind of bothers me.
Where's she going?
But he should use the back door. Kick her out of bed for fudge and cookies.
Tony's an idiot. But that's the way Chase wrote it to be. He wants Tony to be an idiot, okay? So these are clues, folks. Number one, Carmela. What does she say? This really bothers me. Tony. Who is she going to tell? And then he says, you should use the back door instead of, AJ, why is she here? She shouldn't even be in the house. And then Tony says, I wouldn't kick her out of bed. Yeah, Tony, he's out of it. But these are clues that David Chase wrote. He wants it to be like this. Okay? In the last episode, Made in America. And this is who Rhiannon told the New York crew as they were planning the hit on Tony and his crew. And how do we know this? Because this is Rhiannon. Now, these other pictures on the wall are not Rhiannon. This is not Rhiannon. You know, the facial structure is different. That's definitely not Rhiannon. Big nose. This person in the background here is not Rhiannon. Okay. Those are all red herrings. She's not Rhiannon either. There's only one pic in Butchie's salon. That's Rhiannon. Right there. And it's obvious that that's Rhiannon. Obvious.
Hey.
Oh, listen, we're not eating at home tonight. I thought we'd go to Holston's.
You should be that man of God.
This scene is obviously the scene that proves the Rhiannon theory. Why is she all ears? We already have seen her picture on the wall, so that's the connection. So there's no one else in the series who could possibly have told anyone in the New York faction where the Sopranos were having dinner so they would know where Tony is so they could shoot him. It's Rhiannon. David Chase, you're the one who put these clues in here. I figured it out. Just give up the credit that's deserved. Hundreds of thousands of people have watched the video, and thousands and of tens of thousands agree with me. If not hundreds of thousands, agree. I believe it's hundreds of thousands, actually, because of the comments that I've gotten. Yes, it's a fact. It's Rhiannon. Something else that bothers me.
That I don't. Have you heard this conspiracy on the internet?
It's not a conspiracy. Do you guys know the definition of conspiracy? Obviously, this guy doesn't. He can't even pronounce Rhiannon. And this guy, he's just such a brown-noser. On this guy, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're all actors. They're all under this guy's spell. He controls them both. So none of them can be believed. But conspiracy is two or more people, period. And that's it. You know, if you have two or more people acting, it's a conspiracy. This is no conspiracy. It's just me, one person. So, I mean, so you're wrong from the get-go. A conspiracy. No, it's not a conspiracy. But you are right saying that it's pretty big. Yes, it is pretty big. David Chase hated James Gandolfini. He just hated this guy. And if you want to learn more about how much he hated him, watch this video, The Sopranos, Real Drama Behind the Scenes. Because it shows just the childish pot shots that this guy did because he had the power to do it. I mean, he talked about Gandolfini's weight, calling him fat. He inserted lines about heart attacks in the show. All of that was from him, directed at him, and it was wrong. And that's why James Gandolfini hated this guy. And David Chase, when Gandolfini died, believe me, he didn't care. He didn't care because if he did, he wouldn't say what he says about him to this very day. This is a video that I just made a few days ago. For shame on David Chase, stop the cover up and admit the truth. And so in this video, you'll see I have footage of David Chase saying that James Gandolfini turned dark. No, dude, you're the dark one. He has light all over him. You are dark. But that just proves how this guy has so much hate in his heart for James Gandolfini. Why can't he just say good things about James Gandolfini and let him rest in peace? He can't. The truth is, David Chase is a bitter man. Just bitter. And he just has hate in his heart. The clip I'm going to show you, it shows just the hate in his heart that he had for James Gandolfini. And what really bothers me is that James Gandolfini isn't here to defend himself. And I know that this guy would not say what he's saying if James Gandolfini was alive to defend himself. Take a look at this video, folks. Now, this isn't my video. It's produced by someone else on YouTube. I'm going to give this guy full credit. Okay, this is creator of Sopranos, David Chase, on James Gandolfini's and Hudson Union Society. Okay. So I'm going to play this video and you guys are going to be shocked. Well, I'm not shocked because I already know that this guy Chase is a crumb bum. But after you watch this video, you're going to feel and believe what I believe and feel about this person. He's no good.
Wayne Bracco, not too long ago, mentioned that to me that she took it really, really hard when she learned the news of James Gandolfini's death. He used to live down the hallway from my wife and I in Tribeca. And he was a really, really soft, real nice person. How did you and Denise and Michelle take James's early and too soon sudden passing?
It was just a shock. It was just a shock. I mean, he didn't take very good care of himself, I should say that.
Why? Why must you say that?
And he drove himself tremendously. But still, when he died, especially when he died on holiday in Rome, that was a tremendous shock. And I felt kind of like I'd lost a brother, even though.
Did you hear that chuckle?
Close.
And I felt.
We were not good buddies. We had been buddies, then we weren't. The course of doing the show is like a marriage. You know, you come together, you fall apart. You come together, you fall apart. And he was, to hear him tell it, he was not happy doing the show.
Just because it took so much out of him?
It took so much out of him, and he said something. He said some week like, "Well, I don't get to beat up a woman this week," or something like that, or I don't get to beat up some chick this week. He never beat up a woman. This was all in his head. He did one time where he threw Annabella Sciorra down on the ground. That was it. But he didn't beat her up. She was attacking him, and he grabbed her. He didn't like Tony's behavior.
Question for everybody listening out there, watching out there, I should say. What does that answer have to do with the question posed by this interviewer? Let's listen to the question one more time.
Mentioned that, to me, that she took it really, really hard when she learned the news of James Gandolfini's death. He used to live down the hallway from my wife and I in Tribeca. And he was a really, really soft, real nice person. How did you and Denise and Michelle take James's early and too soon sudden passing?
It was just a shock. It was just a shock. I mean, he didn't take very good care of himself, I should say that.
Look how it made the interviewer uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Then he goes ahead and says this.
I felt kind of like I lost a brother, even though he and I were not that close.
The guy is bitter. He holds grudges. He has hate in his heart. He won't let a great man like James Gandolfini rest in peace. And also apologize for all the negative things you say about James Gandolfini. He can't defend himself. I know you can't take back what you've said already, but in the future, never say anything else negative about him. Folks, thanks for watching this video, and keep on watching. I'll be looking out for your comments. Have a great day.